The video you're about to see is for historical purposes only. It is an almost daily snippet of 1010 Wins broadcast in New York City and the New York City metropolitan area. On my morning commute, I listened to this news broadcast and decided to share a snippet of the news for historical purposes. The mission is to record history.
The Newswatch never stops. This is 1010 Wins at 92.3 FM. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good morning, 68 degrees. It is 8:40 on this Wednesday, June 14th. I'm Susan Richard, and here's what's happening. It was an early birthday celebration last night in New Jersey for Donald Trump after pleading not guilty in Miami to a 37-count federal criminal indictment. There has been a fatal fire in the Bronx. A 13-year-old now fighting for his life after being pulled from Prospect Park Lake. Indications now from a federal judge that a federal takeover of Rikers is on the horizon. And if you're looking for the best city in the land, survey says you're already here. In sports, Yankees took Game 1 of the Subway Series. Vegas Golden Knights won their first Stanley Cup. AccuWeather rain today. Could be a heavy thunderstorm, in fact, the high 76. Wins News Time, 8:41. Traffic and transit with Karen Stewart.
Well, I may be at work, but at least I'm not at the Hudson River crossings because I know you guys are suffering there, so let's talk about it. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. The inbound Georgia upper level is 40 minutes. We've got about a 45-minute wait for the lower. 45 for the Lincoln, and the Holland, get this, is 55 minutes from the Pulaski Skyway and 40 to 45 from Tonley Avenue to Tonley Traffic Circle. So I know you guys are not happy at all. In New Jersey, westbound 78 at exit 29, we got an accident in the left. 287 southbound at exit 47 for 202. We have an accident blocking a lane there. We've got that southbound Garden State Parkway accident at 147 blocking a lane, and we are jammed into it from back at 151, at the very least 151. Southbound New Jersey Turnpike car lanes north of 9 in East Brunswick. We got an accident, and the right lane's closed yet, not done. Northbound Garden State Parkway south of exit 127 for Route 440. We've got debris in one lane. I tried to look at it and figure it out. I can't. NJ Transit is doing well. Path trains are running on or close to schedule. We've got 457 AC and M subway train delays. Our next report is 8:51. I'm Karen Stewart, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
Donald Trump booked and arraigned in Miami on 37 federal criminal charges in the classified documents investigation. He's accused not only of taking the materials detailing nuclear and military secrets to Mar-a-Lago, but then scheming to prevent the government from getting them back.
For special counsel Jack Smith, he'll be dealing with a jury made up of Florida residents, a state Trump won in 2016 and 2020. And the heart of the case, the retention of classified documents will create obstacles for prosecutors.
The government really has to develop a strategy to use the classified documents without making them public.
The judge overseeing the case could also present hurdles. Eileen Cannon, a Trump appointee, slowed the FBI's investigation into the documents last summer. Smith will also likely have to deal with repeated attacks from Donald Trump.
That's correspondent Catherine Herridge. Some Democrats have called on the judge to recuse herself. One of the conditions for Trump's release is that he cannot speak to any potential witnesses about the case. CBS News legal contributor Jessica Levinson says good luck with that.
Talk about an administrative nightmare of trying to enforce something like this. I mean, what you are relying on in terms of the judge is your faith that people will adhere to these federal rules. And the other thing you're relying on is somebody saying, you know what, I heard these two witnesses talking and you said they shouldn't have. Judge, I'm coming to you and I'm alerting you to something.
Last night, as Trump refuted the allegations, it was an early birthday celebration for the former president.
At his New Jersey golf club, hundreds of supporters, including major Republican donors, sang happy birthday to Trump, who turned 77 today. Trump recited what is likely to be his legal argument in the case, falsely claiming that he could keep classified documents under the Presidential Records Act.
I had every right to have these documents.
Justin Finch, ABC News, Bedminster, New Jersey.
WINS News Time 8:44. One person is dead, 6 others injured in a 3-alarm fire in the Bronx. This is in Wakefield at 735 East 242nd Street, which is a 5-story apartment building. The FDNY got the call at around 5:30 this morning. One person was pronounced dead at the scene. 4 firefighters were among those taken to the hospital. So far, no word on what sparked the blaze. There was a 6-alarmer overnight in South River, New Jersey. That broke out at around 10:30 in an abandoned warehouse on Herman Street. It forced dozens of people out of their homes nearby. No injuries reported. The cause of that blaze is being investigated. A 13-year-old rescued but still in the hospital after nearly drowning in Prospect Park Lake. Let's get the story from our Glenn Schuck.
The teen taken from the scene here in critical condition. He was in the water with a group of other kids, apparently trying to find a turtle or playing with it at the time that he went under. Now you'll notice as you pull in here, there's large yellow metal signs on poles all around this huge lake saying, "Caution, no swimming." Now, among the witnesses here, watch the first responders, 18-year-old Ziada Clark.
All I saw was the kids sitting over there in that corner, crying, cops surrounding them, and I also did see a kid go on a stretcher, and they were pumping his chest.
As we wait for an update in the boy's condition, there was real concern overnight that he would not pull through. Glenn Schuck, 1010 WINS, 92.3 FM here in Brooklyn.
A knife-wielding woman still on the loose after police say she attacked another woman and threatened her 3-year-old who was in a stroller. This was Monday in broad daylight at around 3:30 in the afternoon at the corner of Jay and Tillery Streets in Brooklyn. The 34-year-old mom was treated at Jamaica Hospital after being stabbed multiple times in the chest and legs. The toddler was unharmed. We'll have a photo of the suspect at 1010wins.com. 2 persons of interest now in custody in a fatal stabbing in the subway. That was last night at around 10 o'clock on board a J train at the Marcy Avenue station in Williamsburg. This strap hanger spoke to ABC 7.
Surprised and not surprised. I mean, the way the train systems are today and the times and everything, there's so many things going on, but it does, this is about as close to home as it's hitting for me. There's a lot of despicable things going on in the train system at this time. So I can tell you that it makes you feel uneasy.
The 36-year-old victim was rushed to the hospital but didn't make it. So far, no word on charges. Mostly sunny now, 68 degrees, the humidity 68%, the winds are calm. Later today, a big switch. AccuWeather says clouding up, showers and a thunderstorm that could be pretty heavy, and a high of 76 against 68 in Central Park.